Welcome back to High School Football Weekly, and we're going to get right into the Class C's here with Dick Gallagher. I'm Frank Wolf of WNY Athletics. Thank you for joining us. Class C in the North, anyways. You got Wilson at 5-0 in Class C. They're 5-0. JFK is right behind him, and then Akron and Silver Creek. Silver Creek, 2 wins in that division. Came on strong the last 2 out of the last 3 weeks, anyways. Cleve Hill, 1-4. They lost last year, a heartbreaker to CSP. In fact, they were up in that game. I think that was like the first lead that CSP had, or that Cleve Hill had all year. But they were unable to pull that one out. And then Roy Hart, they have not been able to win a game this year. C South, Southwestern continues to roll. Their division record is 5-0, followed by Portville, the Panthers, at 4-1. Allegheny Limestone 3-2. And then you got Fredonia at 3-3, Chautauqua Lake 2-3, and then it's Casadega Valley Falconer 1-4, and Gowanda 0-5. And Gowanda's season, I believe, is over. They are forfeiting again this week against Portville because they don't have enough healthy players, so they may not be able to. They may not play another game this year. We'll have to wait and see on that. But that is the second week in a row that Gowanda's had to forfeit a game due to health reasons. Seeds 1 and 2 are set. It's 3, 4, and 5. They're going to depend on week 7. If Allegheny Limestone wins, they will have the 3 seed. Chautauqua Lake win over Allegheny Limestone will make it a 3-way tie. They'd all have to beat each other, so it goes to a point differential. And between the 3 teams and their games only, that'll how they will determine that playoff picture. Currently, Chautauqua Lake is a -5 in point differential. Allegheny Limestone is a +7. And then Fredonia is locked in at a -2. So we'll have to figure out what happens there. I don't know if Fredonia gets into the playoffs. Right now they're in, but they could lose if they lose this week. And I'm sorry, that won't matter if they lose to Dunkirk. But if Chautauqua Lake wins, it throws a monkey into the monkey wrench into the whole deal here. I like this Portville team. I like them a lot. I think they're a tough-running team, hard-hitting, good defensive team. I'd like to see what they can do in the playoffs. They'll probably go up and play like a JFK or, maybe an Akron. Akron's without their quarterback, without their star middle linebacker. So things started off really good with Akron, and then unfortunately the injury bug hit at the worst possible time, and they haven't been able to recover from that. So,
and Jaden Lassett has been able to light it up for the Panthers through the whole season on both sides of the ball. But when you take a look at Portville, they have a roster, I think, of 45 kids. And what Josh Brooks has been able to do in the 2 or 3 years that he's been there is exceptional. And when you take a look at the Allegheny Limestone, they are very competitive. Fredonia, somewhat of a disappointment. Jake Skinner is a stud on both sides of the ball. He hasn't done much offensively at all, but defensive-wise, he's got like 68 tackles. He has to be considered as one of the linebackers in all Western New York in competing for that.
So Wilson will have a bunch of home games, it appears. At least the first one will be at home in the brand-new redone stadium up there. It looks like it'll either be Fredonia or Chautauqua Lake making the trip up to Wilson for Week 8. And then Silver Creek or Akron will have to make the trip down to Southwestern for their first playoff game, and then we'll have to figure out after what happens this week to sort out the rest of the schedule.
Good news, you made this playoffs. The bad news, you got to go to Southwestern and play an undefeated team that's only given up, I think, 16 points.
Just tell Southwestern the game's on Saturday. Problem solved. No, that's probably not going to happen. Jake Burkholder, I know he's a new coach. He's not going to let that happen. He will have his guys prepared, whoever they play, and they will be.
But they got a new coach.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But he'll have them ready.
Oh, well, he'll be coaching them from Michigan.
Maybe. Well, that's for Class C. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with Class D and then Monsignor Martin, and we'll say goodnight. Here's a word from our sponsors.